Hello, hackers, and welcome back. As you can see here, this is the word cloud that is compiled from not only all of the groups in the class, but all of the classes together. I teach 3 of these courses online, and we have 3 or 4 groups in each class. So this is a lot of information, and that is one of the reasons that I wanted you to compile the raw data and give me that text file. So I took all those text files and put them into a super word cloud here. And I do thank one of the students, Melissa, for suggesting this on Discord chat, that we take all of these and put them together. It'll help when we're revising our narratives to be aware of these expectations of our peers, of what the genre of a narrative is more broadly, and more specifically a digital literacy narrative. So congrats on all the hard work you've done in decoding the genre. So what we're going to do first for this week is we're going to read the chapter on revision. And revision really can be broken down into 3 parts. One thing I want to say before we get into that is this chapter, when you read it, might not sound like it's going to be incredibly helpful for our narrative because it's focused on more of an essay with a thesis and all that sort of stuff. And your narratives don't have a thesis, right? They have a main point, but they don't have a thesis. So ignore some of that stuff if it doesn't seem applicable to our current blog. This chapter will be applicable when we review it for the second and the third genre. But there are still important things here that do apply to narratives. And that is, the revision process is a process. And if we had time, we would break it up into revising and editing and proofreading. As it is, this peer review this week takes place of answering questions that cover both revision, which is about the big expectations or the common codes of this blog, and editing, which is focused on grammar and sentence level small things, right? The peer review should hopefully give you feedback so you could take care of both of those steps. And if any of your groups are very interactive, you might also volunteer and ask each other to proofread right before you post that final draft, which is due on Saturday. So be mindful when you read the chapter that not everything might apply, but breaking down writing in steps of revision, editing, and proofreading is very applicable. So what we're going to do specifically for this week is read the chapter, answer all of these questions for all of your group members. And you can see I've broken the questions down into sections. The first 5 questions is really about how your initial response, or what your initial response is to the blog. The next set of questions, 6 through 10, is all about those expectations or narrative codes, common narrative codes or craft features or literary elements, however you want to say that. These are the big ticket items when it comes to revising your blog, and that's when you're really thinking about heavy revision. The last set of questions, 11 through 15, is about sentence level stuff, the stuff that is more appropriate to the editing phase of revision or after revision. And you'll see below it I have an example of how to format a blog, because it's much different than an essay. So you'll be answering these questions, these 15 questions, for everyone in your group. Now, some groups are larger than others, so that might mean that if you're in a large group, you'll be reviewing a lot of blogs and answering a lot of questions. But I would say that if you take the time to give good constructive feedback, then that is only going to make give enough fuel for your colleague to revise and have the best draft possible, and for your group to do the best possible they could do. And there is also a selfish component to this, right? So the more blogs you read in this very specialized genre, the more you'll understand the genre, and the better you'll be able to revise your blog. So it does help not only your colleagues, but it helps you. However, if you feel like your group is too big and you just can't review everybody's, let me know, and we'll talk with your group about how we might evenly distribute that so that everybody gets covered and everybody gets feedback. So this feedback for your group on their blogs is due Wednesday by midnight. That's so we'll have the rest of the week to use that feedback and revise. The final blog will be due Saturday at midnight, and you'll want to take all of that feedback from your peers and incorporate it, the heavy revisions, but also the editing concerns, and upload it to the final digital literacy narrative blog by Saturday midnight. I've also attached the prompt for the blog because it covers everything that we've gone through so far, and it has some very specific things that I do look for, like title, appropriate use of the common codes, which just means you fit the genre, beginning, middle, and end, proper word count, and proper formatting. All right, so I hope that everyone has a good, productive week revising their blogs for their digital literacy narratives. And if you have any issues, if you're still trying to catch up, or you have any issues getting your blog submitted to the group, or getting feedback from any of your group members, please do not hesitate to contact me, either through email, phone, or Discord chat. If you go up here, let me see here, just so everyone knows. If you go over here to the left bar, you see where it says virtual office hours. If you click on that, then you'll go over to the Discord chat, where it's a lot more laid back, and there has been a lot of meme sharing and music sharing. So if you feel like you're too stressed out, but you still want to hang out with some class members, pop over to the Discord chat, and let me pull it up here, just so you don't get lost. Once you're in the Discord chat, you'll see on the side here, we have a lot of different channels. So if you go to the bottom, the writing and studying music channel and the meme channel are really about goofing off. So if you need some stress relief, head on over there. All right, hackers, I hope that this week is productive for you, and if you have any questions or concerns, please contact me, and I hope to see you all online. Good writing.